Good morning, children.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
We are fine and determined to excel.
Wow, that's good. My name is Machika Yusuf. I'm sergeant by rank in the Uganda Police Force. Are you happy to see me?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
We are fine and determined to excel.
Asas na Alan. I'm a police constable by rank. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
I have another colleague who's going to be coming in. He will also be introducing himself. He will also share one or two words with you. And we will also welcome him when he comes in. But first and foremost, I'm really delighted to be here amongst you. Like the head teacher said, I'm also a parent here. And I know it is not easy, very easy to raise a child from a toddler to a level where you have reached. So let's thank God for where we are right now. Uh, they called me to, I think it has been career guidance week. I don't know whether you've met other people like engineers, doctors, pilots. You've not met pilots. I wish I had come with one. Do you know police has pilots?
Yes.
You know police has pilots.
Yes.
So police has all professions. Me specifically, I was in school like you. It was in the year, in my primary, I left primary in 2004. That is a long time ago. Some of you, your parents had not even met. A very long time ago. That's when I left primary. And after primary, you join what they call secondary. You know what secondary is?
Yes.
And then from there, you join what they call university. You know what university is? Specifically in our land here, not all of us, but some of us, most of us actually, the education is primary, secondary, and university. Others sometimes opt for vocational training where they go and learn some expertise. Either you can decide to become an electrician, a mechanic, and all of that. But most of us have gone through that school system of primary, secondary, and university. And what I opted to do, because depending on my strength as a person, it is also very good to know your strength. Have you heard? Don't expect free things because that is where you will start going astray. And that is very bad. As police officers, I will go back to what I do. We cannot say that most of the things we do who get 99 in an exam in math and another one gets 70. Wow, that is good. So we have some of those that will get above or below, but we are all children. And in police where I am, the services we offer sometimes will be appreciated very well by the public who are receiving the services. And some might not appreciate the services very well because of different reasons. because maybe a certain police officer did not, maybe when he was arresting someone, used a lot of force. Maybe there was an accident during an intervention of the police, and sometimes the services are not what? Appreciated. But that doesn't mean that the law, we are not, it doesn't mean we are not police officers. It means that some things might go wrong, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean we are not what? Police officers. So it comes back to us to always follow rules and guidelines in school. Have you heard? The school has its guidelines. Do you know one of the guidelines of the school? What is secondary schools always have those guidelines, and sometimes university. But in case, most of us sometimes we are dictated on what to do by our teachers and sometimes by parents. You might not be aware, but I know there are guidelines that us as parents, we have that are coming from what? On you. Always follow what your parents and teachers tell you, because they only wish the best for you. In police, we also have rules and guidelines. There are things as a police officer I'm not supposed to do, and there are things I'm supposed to do. And when I do those things that I'm not supposed to do, I get a what? Punishment. I'm punished. My punishment is not by stick. By the way, this is not a stick, so don't fear me. It is not a stick. It is not a stick, it is not a baton, it is not for hitting anyone. It is just a command stick. It is part of my uniform. Like the way I have a cape, I must hold this. I must put on my uniform, and I must have a what? A gun. Do you all know what a gun is? Huh? Do you know what a gun is? It is, and do you know what handcuffs are? They are. So when you see someone holding this, don't get scared. When you see someone holding uniform, don't get scared. When you see someone holding a gun, don't get scared. Unless that person is not in uniform, then you call 999, because some bad people can hold guns and they are not in uniform, any recognized uniform. So you can call 999 or inform your parents about it. So also has rules and regulations. If you don't follow the rules and regulations of life, you will also be punished. And you're punished when you grow older. At this age, your parents can push you around, do this, do that. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. But when you become an adult in this country is someone who's 18 and above. For your parent, that is where you start receiving punishment from the mistakes you did when you were a juvenile, when you were young. Have you heard? Us as police have rules and regulations. Life also has rules and regulations. And you start. It is a good initiative, and I might not specifically inspire most of you. You see how I'm dressed? Some inspired by the way I'm dressed. Not so. Am I smart? I'm smart? My shoes are brushed. I don't have long hair. So when they tell you to always shave your hair, please shave your hair, because in the work environment, and not girls, of course. Yes, not girls, but the boys. And the boys, when you grow up, you will get what we call beards. Do you see a lot beards on me? No, this is a mustache. It is not a beard. You know, a mustache is allowed in a work environment, but beards in our work environment are not allowed. So you have to keep being smart at all time. Being what? Because even when we were joining, one of the things they were looking out for is smartness. If you're not smart, some of our colleagues lost out because they were not. That is also part of the interview when you're going to get a job when you grow up. When you enter someone's office, you need to look, and not only smart, but presentable. You need to look You might look smart, but when you put on different shoes. Do you know that? You might look smart when you put on different socks. Do you know that? When your other sock in the left leg doesn't look like the one in the what? So you need to look presentable. And with time, there are a lot of things you will learn from your parents, from your school, and from your colleagues. When you're in school, I don't want to assume that we have, we used to have, all of your pupils are different in different aspects, and you come from different families. So many of us learn a lot of characters in the backgrounds we come from. Please make sure you learn only the good things from your friends. Don't learn the bad things from your what? Have you heard? At the end of the day, school, I don't want to use this word, but it is the truth. This school is like a factory. We enter many people, many of us come out when we have learned, when we have gained different skills, and come out and we put those skills to a service. And many of us might or might not do what? Might not come out because of the different characters we have. But that is not our wish. As parents, as teachers, we want everyone to come out with a different skill, with a different inspiration to serve the country. At any different post you're in, you can become a member of parliament, you can become a police officer, you can become a businessman, you can put up factories to employ people. Do you know that? You don't need to only think small. You can become a very big business, almost 1 million people. And in a way, you're serving the what? The country. So we as police officers, ours is come out when you're doing crime. We don't want your parents to report you that you're stealing money. I think most of us are past that stage of stealing sugar, not so? I still stealing sugar. The other one still steals sugar. We are past some stages of doing something. We don't want kids to join. You know what a gang is? Yes. A gang. We have a colleague who will talk more about that. We don't want kids to join gangs. Huh? We don't want to be a police officer. You have seen those colleagues of mine there. They come from it's in police called 999. You know that? Yes. What does it do? 999 is a response unit in police. If you have an emergency, what are emergencies? Show of hand. Yes, you in red. That what? Yes, you're right. If you need help, like has been stolen, that is an emergency. You call 999. If your sister is missing, you call. If you notice that a crime is happening in your, let's assume your parents have left you home alone and your neighbor is being robbed and you have access to a telephone, you call
999.
Yes. Now, when you call 99, we shall move out a bit and I show you the car they use to respond to you after getting the direction and exact location. So, we respond to a lot of emergencies, medical emergencies. We have also a unit of ambulances that works with the Ministry of Health to respond to medical emergencies. In case you're playing football or which games do you play? Basketball, volleyball, and yes, badminton. Yeah. Badminton is good, but it is very hard to get injured unless when you're running and you pull a muscle. But mostly basketball and football, it is a bit rough, and rugby. And there is a medical emergency and your school doesn't have an ambulance, but I think your school has an ambulance, not so? Do you have an ambulance? No. If you don't have an ambulance, you can call 99 and you'll be connected to an ambulance service to come and respond to the emergency. Although the ambulance service also has its own line of 112. But in case you forget that, you can always be connected to an ambulance service and you'll be rushed to a hospital. Or sometimes most of our schools have working partnerships with nearby hospitals where a child can be picked in case of any emergency. I want to inform you that when we were growing up, most of us did have these privileges of our school calling people to talk to us about what we should be or do in the future. But you should thank God that your school has this kind of idea, bringing different people to talk to you, inspire you in different aspects of your life to become what you want, and also energize you to keep focused. You can become a doctor, you can become a nurse, you can be, most of us kids, children, I don't want to call you kids, children, when we grow up and reach a certain level, some of us want to become a bit rebellious and don't want to continue with school. Not so. There are some of you who don't want to continue with school. But I believe at this age you're still okay. There is an age where you will feel like it is not working out for you. Mathematics. Yes. All of us are good?
Yes.
And science?
Yes.
And SST?
Yes.
I believe everyone is not so.
Yes.
No. I was like, okay, English used to disturb most of us. But depending on your strength, you decide to opt for what you're good at. And that is mostly determined when you reach A level of your secondary. And after A level of your secondary, you go to the university, you determine what you're good at. I decided to do or become a journalist. Does anybody know what a profession of journalist means? You don't know what journalism is? Some of you know, some of you don't. So a journalist, do you watch news? I know you don't love news, you love cartoons at this age. Eh? You love watching Ben 10, Power Rangers, eh? Coco Melon, I don't know. You say watch Coco Melon? So a journalist is someone in the hierarchy of the country. We have what we call the first estate, second estate, third estate, and then the fourth estate. Journalists, sometimes we fix ourselves there as the fourth estate because we hold all these estates, the legislature, judiciary, and are you born yet? Remember COVID-19? You remember when the president used to come and give certain guidelines? And the people who are capturing those guidelines and conveying them to you are journalists. So we are a gap that bridges the public to these other estates. We make sure that you have that information that the government wants to air out. We report about it, we read the news. You know the TVs we have in Uganda, we have NTV, we have NBS, we have UBC, there is BBS. So all people who work there are journalists. Of course, with support from other technical people, we can't work in isolation. So I opted for that, and later on I joined the police. I joined the police in 2015, and I've been serving for now 10 years. 10 years in service, I'm a police officer. Why am I giving you that history? That you, in police, we have professionalized everything. That you go, you study, you go to the university, and when you come inside the police, you can choose to do what your expertise what you have more knowledge on. I have more knowledge in journalism, and that's why I became a public relations officer of the what? Of the Uganda Police in Kampala. So basically, we have pilots, like I said, who work with us. We have doctors who work with us. Many of our colleagues are serving in Somalia, some are serving in South Sudan. We don't have colleagues in Congo, but when they go there to serve, of course there are accidents, there are injuries, and they need doctors to treat them. So we give them doctors who are police officers to run.
Criminals? Okay. How many of you are on social? How many of you know TikTok? How many of you know Netflix? What about WhatsApp? Because we are using WhatsApp. But someone can tell young people to really get bad. The person must put up their hand. Someone can go to videos. Which of us? You guys is right. Yes. So I'm supposed to be yes, right. There's an approach to getting addicted to social media. It's also like. Now there's an
And still you know how to sing, generally. Thank you so much. Now, my name is Assistant Superintendent from Police. Actually, is Atwebembere. Let me remove Assistant Superintendent of Police. My name is Achilles Atwebembere, but you can use Achilles, isn't it? Atwebembere is hard. Let's use Achilles. Atwebembere may be so hard. I want first to use an example. 3 of you are putting on here, you come. Even you. First come in front. Let's go do Jason, yes. Let me see what I want. Okay. Then you can come. Warren, you also come. Then him, also in red, you can come. You can stand here. You are seeing this one is in red. If I remove their t-shirts and they get outside right now, and I tell each one to come and identify his or her t-shirt, who is going to be quick to identify his or her t-shirt? Among the 3, these ones. You give me a reason why. Yes? Do you have another microphone? The 3 of them who can quickly identify. One by one, you can raise up your hand. You in green. Why? Because his shirt is smaller.
It's small.
Another one. Why do you think Warren is right to identify his t-shirt first? Why?
His shirt is labeled.
You clap for her. What about these ones? If I remove their shirts, who is likely to identify faster? Can you get from behind anyone? Anyone can tell us around there. Who? Okay. You should also clap for her. Now, I've been criminality, isn't it? I'm supposed to be talking about crimes. Hey, I didn't introduce myself where I work from. Who knows where Chira Police Division is? Who has ever gone to Chira Police Division? Where is it? I've been working from Chira Police Division for 4 years. But now I'm no longer at Chira. Now I'm somewhere with other divisions, but also supervising Chira Division. But I've been here. Most of you may even have seen me around. Is there anyone who has ever seen me around? Around here, around your school? I've always visited your school. Is it the first time you see me here? No. I've always come here. So now I've begun by, I want to teach you about labeling your things. If you want to avoid anything that is criminal in nature, like theft, you must learn how to label your things, isn't it? Yeah. Labeling shouldn't only be with t-shirts. Labeling should be with pens. It should be with books. Don't you write names on your books? Do you think the reason is only reading for your marks or something else? The reason is also that someone should not steal your book, isn't it? Because when you label it and you leave it in another class, someone is going to read your name and he says, this is Melissa of P5 or P4. Isn't it? You can say this is Melissa of P4 or P5. Then you take it to P5 class because it is labeled and they will find the owner. Are you hearing? So you should label your things. You can go back, it's okay. Pick from behind now. Any one of you, where would you wish to work? Someone has told me Parliament. Do you know that Parliament has a police officer where there's the security of the Parliament? Yes? There is someone called the DPC Parliament, who is a police officer. He had the security of Parliament. Where else do you want to work? I want to show you that everywhere where you are, there is a police officer there. You want to work in the hospital? She wants to work in Rubaga Hospital. Rubaga Hospital, we have there a police station. There. You can clap for her. And you have never seen. Are there some of you usually talk to strangers? There are some of you talk to strangers. Now, from today, I want you to avoid what they call a stranger, isn't it? Some of the strangers are not good people. Whenever you have any challenge, share with your teacher or with your parent. Do you know that even you have a right of going to police and report?
Yes.
Do you know your rights?
Yes.
Do you know that you have a right to go and report anything criminal in nature at police?
Yes.
Either you are being beaten, you are not being given food. Hope all of you eat. Do you get food?
Yes.
A lot of you get food. I don't talk about the type of food. I'm just talking about food. Because if I say the type of food, you may be asking for pizza and chicken every day. And chips. So do you eat food? Whether it's posho, whether it's beans, whether it's what? You eat food? That's your right. When you don't eat food, you have a right to come and report at police. So now, most of the times, these strangers whom we are talking about, they tend to put you into wrong actions. There is a certain school recently, a stranger came, pretended to be having some money, gave the money to a certain kid. I think the kid was in P3, and deceived the kid that they are taking the kid for KFC. Who knows KFC? Do you know after reaching in the vehicle with the stranger tied the kid on the mouth and on the hands. They drove the kid up to Entebbe, and they started calling the parents to pay 5 million till they release the kid. If not, they are going to kill the kid. Are you hearing how strangers are dangerous? And how liking money is dangerous? Because the kid went because of liking too much money. They deceived the kid that they are going to give you money, then they went to interview and they wanted to kill the kid. If the parents had not sent 5 million, they would kill the kid. So it's not good to move with strangers. Have you had? Always move with people whom you know. Then the safety. They ask you about how many of you still steal sugar? You still steal sugar? Huh? Do you know the work of police? Do you know that also among our work we are supposed to be arresting criminals? Are you aware that we arrest criminals?
Yes.
Do you know that the stealing is a criminal offense?
Yes.
And we are supposed to be arresting you when you steal?
No.
So how many of you have been stealing? Whoever has been stealing, you come and I go with you here. No one of you. All of you are good. Whoever has been stealing, come, we go together. So stealing is not allowed. When you steal, we shall put you in police. Isn't it? Now, another thing, They taught you about being a police. How many of you would wish to be a police officers? I think if I can have a microphone, I want to ask each one why. Those who are putting up their hands, why do you wish to be a police officer? You can tell me. Okay, that one wants to arrest wrongdoers. Thank you so much. You want to keep the country safe. Keep all of you safe. Thank you so much to maintain law and order. Hope all of you are wishing to be police officers to do the same. Arresting lawbreakers. Most of you want to be arresting lawbreakers. Yes? Do you know other benefits of being a police officer? Do you know them? I want to add on what my previous speaker was talking. Do you know that when you're a police officer, you have chances of entering every office in Uganda? Have you seen any other institution where you can just go and enter a person's office anyhow? Which institution? Which institution where you go and enter someone's office? But do you know when you're a police officer, you have powers of entering anywhere?
Yes.
Don't you need those powers where the president is and you go and reach near him? Do you know you can enter the office of the minister when you're a police officer? Have you seen police officers with ministers? Yes?
Yes.
Have you seen police officers with the president at one time?
Yes.
Have you seen them?
Let's have questions related to what we have just learned. You speak your name and then the question you have.
My name is Murunji Abigail and my question is, are you allowed to kill a runaway criminal? My name is Murunji Abigail. My question is, are you allowed to kill a runaway criminal? Jordana Sarah, and my question is, if you have a friend and is a criminal, are you allowed to shoot them? My question is, how much do they pay you? My name is Semaganda Zulkifli. My question is, how much do they pay you? I have a question. How much do they pay you? Abigail, my question is, are you allowed to kill a runaway criminal? It's Jordana Sarah. My question is, if you have a friend, are you allowed to shoot them? Yes, and he's a criminal.
Who's a criminal?
My name is Mahoro Yvette. How many departments are there in police? My name is Adong Maya Sharon, and my question is, My name is Adong Maya Sharon, and my question is, why do you have stars on your uniform? How many stars do you have on your uniform, and why? My name is Nambia Rahma. My question is, for how many years do you study to become a police officer? My name is Pauline Kera. My question is, what do those stars on your uniform mean? My name is Elaborate Christian. My question is, are handcuffs and guns made or they are for sale? My name is Elaborate Christian. My question is, are handcuffs and guns made or they are for sale?
My name is Nalukenge Amira, and my question is,
do policemen pay tax?
My name is Andrea Precursor Elaine, and my question is, why do you have the Uganda national flag on your uniform?
My question is, which police station do you work from and which division and district?
My name is Charlene Emilio Christina, and my question is, what would you do if a criminal escapes from prison?
My name is Aruho Nerianisi, and I want to ask, have you ever faced corruption?
My name is Benjamin Musungu, and my question is, why don't you arrest those officers, like the ones who stand on the road and collecting money from people?
My name is Aruko Audrey, and my question is, are your uniforms bulletproof?
My name is Kozaradia Alia, and my question is, why don't you have beards?
Hey.
My name is Paul Abigail Sarah, and my question is, why do you carry guns?
My name is Bakabluindi John Pope, and my question is, what will happen if you are to abuse the police uniform?
My name is Suna Hassan, and my question is, what happens to runaway vehicles? My name is Natembo Amani, and my question is, if you're accused of murder, what do you do next?
My name is Agaba Albian. I'm in P4 Village. My question is, what would you do if somebody escapes with a getaway vehicle?
My name is Ankunda Ruth. My question is, if you have a friend who's a criminal, do they take you with the police and arrest you with him or her?
My name is Mercy Letitia. If you take prisoners to prison, do you turn them into good citizens?
My name is Sunny Zoe. I'm in P4 Lilies, and my question is, if a police officer commits a crime, do they arrest him or?
My name is Chirabo Audrey. I'm in P4 Tulips, and my question is, what do they put inside guns?
My name is Dante, and my question is, how many criminals do you arrest in a year?
Thank you for the questions. There are quite many. That shows that you have been studying and you have grasped what we have talked about. You know, it is dangerous for someone to come and go and no one asks questions. Well, some of the questions asked, I actually answered them when we were interacting. I actually talked about them. But let me start with Murungi. At a certain point, questions were very many. I stopped writing names, I would just write questions. So there is Murungi who asked, are we allowed to kill a runaway criminal? Us as police officers or you? Us. Hey. So the law, when you're arrested as a person, depending on the certain crime you've committed and a certain degree of crime, and you're arrested and you're taken into custody. Custody starts from the vehicle or any other means of transport you have at that time up to the police station where you're going to be processed. Do you know what process means? When you reach a police station and you're suspected to have committed a crime, they get your fingerprints, they measure your height, they also take a mugshot of yourself. Now this goes into our database. You know what a database is? Do you have a library here? Do you all know it is where you keep what? And when you want to revise, you go back and do what? Pick the what? So in police, we have what we call a database where we keep information. And when we want to familiar ourselves with the person we are investigating, we go back and pick that information about that person. You get? So after being processed and you're charged and you're taken to court, and in any way, I would say permitted force, not to kill you, but at least to deter you from escaping. They can either fight you off or they shoot to disable. Now, for you, if you're not 12 years and above, as per our constitution, you cannot be what? You cannot be arrested. Have you heard? You cannot be arrested if you're not 12 years and what? But that doesn't mean you should commit crimes because you're not 12 years and what? So our constitution allows us to arrest juveniles who are 12 years and above. There are specific incarceration centers where they take them to become good what? Citizens, to correct them. I think the right word should be correctional centers, but we don't use that language in Uganda, it is in other countries. Then there is Sarah asked if you have a friend and they are a criminal, do you shoot them? Was that the question? If you have a friend and they are criminals, please inform the authorities to come and arrest them. Have you heard? Don't engage yourselves in arresting them, in fighting them because you suspect they are criminals. Then Semaganda was like, how much do they pay us? Now, as you see, Nasasira introduced himself to you. He's a police constable. That is what we call the lowest rank in what? In the police. Machika informed you that she's a sergeant. That is not a lower rank, but is somewhere above Nasasira. Now me, I'm an ASP, and I'm paid according to the rank that I hold. Now, there is a standard government uses. It is so complex for you. I might not explain it very well. I'm paid in what they call U4 administration. And then there are those who have U4 science. Now, we might be of the same rank, but one of my colleagues who's under science and is a doctor will be paid more money than me, because me, I'm just an administrator, and for the other party is a doctor, so we earn more money because he is a scientist. So scientists earn more money in what? In the country compared to other people. So me, because I'm not a scientist, my money, I will not be ashamed to say it, is around 1.7. You know 1.7 what it means? It is 1.7 million. So a doctor of the same rank with me can earn above 7 million. And a pilot can earn of the same rank with me around 25 million. It depends on your career and what you chose to do at the what? At the university. Have you heard? Yes. Then how many departments do we have? There are quite many. We call them directorates. So far, there are 21. But there is a plan of shrinking them down. No, I think there are 18 now. We scrapped off some. We have a directorate of CID. We have a directorate of forensics. We have a directorate of crime intelligence. We have a directorate of traffic. We have a directorate of operation. We have a directorate of fire prevention and rescue services. We have a directorate of welfare. We have a directorate of legal. We have a directorate of legal, welfare. We have FFU. You know FFU? Those who put on blue uniform. We have a directorate of counterterrorism. We have a how many years do you study to become a police officer? The standard time is 9 months. 9 months. But if you're recruited as a professional, let me say you're recruited as a doctor, you're recruited as an accountant, sometimes it can be 2 years, but it is never, sometimes can be 2 years or 1 year, depending on the funding, because training takes a lot of money. There is one who asked, do we make the handcuffs or buy them or sell them, something like that? No, we buy the handcuffs. We don't make them in Uganda. We buy them, but they are specifically meant for the police. You're not allowed as a member of public to own a handcuff. Have you heard? It is illegal. It is what? Illegal. Do we pay taxes? Like many other people, I know your teachers here pay taxes. When they are paid salaries, there is an amount of money that is deducted and it is used to pay taxes. But for us police officers, soldiers, who else? People in prison services. There is also another department. We don't pay taxes on the money we earn. All the money we earn is for our pockets. We don't pay any tax. We don't even remit in NSSF. We have what we call pension fund. But your teachers remit NSSF. They pay as you earn, but for us, we don't pay. But other people who work for the government pay the taxes. However, I pay my taxes indirectly. If I decide that I want to buy a car, I will pay the tax on the car that I'm buying. If I decide that I want to buy a house, I will pay the tax. But on the money I earn, I don't pay any tax. Why do we have a flag on our uniform? Because we are police officers, and by constitution, the police was set up. We are set up by the constitution, and when you're set up by the constitution, you must have this. It is not something that came out of the blue. The UPDF is set up by the constitution, so they put on the flag. The police is set up by the constitution. It directs us on what we are supposed to be doing as the Uganda Police Force. It informs us on our duties and what we are supposed to be doing. So we have to put on what? This. So our work is well laid out in the Constitution of Uganda. Have you heard? Yes. Then which police station? I think we both informed you what we do. I'm at CPS, Kampala Metropolitan Headquarters. Informed is at Ginger Road at Kampala Metropolitan East Headquarters. These officers are 99. They go everywhere. Their workstation is in the car, but their headquarters are also at CPS. But their offices are for the whole country. However, they have specific designations. Yes. What do you do if a criminal escapes from prison? Report. You yourselves, if you see someone escaping, report. Us as officers, there are set guidelines that tell us what to do if someone is escaping from lawful custody. You get? If they use force while escaping, you also have to use force to detain them again. If they are just escaping without using force, you also have to find other means of stopping them from escaping. But how do you act when corruption is before you? Someone will come to your office and they will say, I have 5 million. You know what 5 million is? You can buy a boda. You know a boda boda? You can buy a boda boda in 5 million. And they will tell you, I want you to kill a case so that I don't go to prison. I will not deny that there are officers who have not done that. There are officers who have received money. Someone asked the question whether what we do to officers who receive bribes. The officers who have received bribes, and when that comes up, we have put up different agencies. The president put up an agency called the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. The police has the professional.
In case if such a vehicle gets involved in an accident, when the siren is on and the roof light is on, there is no blame. There is no blame because you are supposed to give way. It has a right of way on any emergency. It can even go one way. Do you understand by what I mean? Driving one way? To use a lane that I'm not meant to use. It's okay.